everyone, I'm Guy, and today I want to show you how you can use Komodor in order to run shell commands within your own pods. This is super valuable because you can troubleshoot, for example, networking, using that by running ping and DNS commands in order to understand if you have networking to another service outside of the cluster. You can use that to understand what is the running configuration and actually query what is the running configuration for any one of your environment variables. It's also useful if you packed some script, a workaround script that you need the pod in order to run it. So you can use shell and actually execute the script from the pod, for example, to connect directly to the database. That's it. Let's show it a little bit in action. So in order to open a shell into my own pod, what I'm going to do is actually go to the left bar, click on workloads, pods, and I'm going to filter based on my own namespace. Now I have a pod which is running. I have my pod to be running if I want to connect to its own shell. So I'm going to select this pod, and on the top right menu, I have the ability to trigger a few actions like delete, describe, port forward, and I'm going to click on the pod shell. And now it's going to open a terminal inside my web browser, which I can click and do shell commands. For example, I want to list the directory of this specific container. If you have multiple containers, it will allow you to select which container you want to connect and activate the shell in it. So for example, if I want to understand what is my running environment variable configuration, I can click on env, and it will list all my environment variables. Here you can find a lot of infrastructure and Kubernetes-based environment variable. When you run your own application, you will find multiple configuration in it. And now when I want, for example, to check if my pod got any connectivity to external service or internal service, you can use curl to do that, or even simpler, use ping. So I'm going to ping into Google to understand if I have network connectivity outside of the cluster. And you can see that I got immediate reply, and that means I do have connectivity. It also allows you to install some packages and also run them. So if you have your own Linux command that is not packed within the container, you sometimes can do that. The only thing that you need to make sure is that you do have Bash installed in your own container. And that's it. Activating shell into your own pod can give you superpowers. You just need to understand how you connect to it using Komodor, and based on that, activate your own tools and scripts in order to get troubleshoot and understand how to do that. That's it. Thank you very much.